You're watching The Blitz on Pro News 7. Hard-hitting highlights from across the Panhandle with Lee Baker. Brought to you by these sponsors. Here comes The Blitz.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of The Blitz on this first Friday of October. Tonight is our sixth show of the season. That marks the halfway point of our fun. Now, this week, the slowest of any so far, thanks to almost all 2A, 3A teams with byes, as district play beckons next week. Now, the large class schools, though, still in non-district play at hand, and we're going to start here in town, unbeaten Amarillo High, hosting Abilene Cooper. The Sandys D rolling along, giving up just 71 points in 5 games, and could they hold down the visiting Cougars? Let's run over to Dick Bivens Stadium, and you see the Sandy pom-pom girls with pink pom-poms, and a few hardy souls from Abilene actually made the trip north to support Cooper. Opening drive, Sandy's on the march. This is Matthew Ortega on a third long, drops the pass off to Anthony Geiger. He races all the way down before it's over to the Cooper 15-yard line, bulldozing his way. And then 3 plays later, if you work that hard, they might as well just give you the ball because they give it to 33. He cuts up inside. That's about a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Sandys have the early 7-0 lead with a conversion. But Cooper wasted very little time. Watch this and getting into the game. First play from scrimmage, Devin Johnson rips off nearly 45 yards. Yeah, they finally corral him, but it's not until he's down near the Sandy 20-yard line. Later in the drive, you be the judge. They call pass interference. Yeah, I'm not real sure about that, but it doesn't matter. I don't count. The guy in the striped shirt does. That gives Cooper better field position. They take advantage later. Quarterback David Ruett hits Aaron Anderson for the score, and it's 7-7 after the conversion. Following a Sandy's punt, Ruett again. This time he hooks up with Caleb Freeman. A long pass and catch, and eventually he's into the end zone. 14-7. Cooper Cougars. Yeah. Now, the Sandys had a punt again in the second quarter, Cooper driving, but this time the Sandys are going to come up with a big defensive stand. Let's go to the scoreboard. Amarillo High's won the second half of the game, 28-17. They lead in the fourth quarter. Now we go south to the Battle of the Unbeaten. It's a big game tonight. Kimbrough, Randall, and undefeated Tascosa. Yeah, both teams looking to stay perfect before they start district play. Randall with the ball. Brett Taft hands off to White Garden. This is 65 yards for the touchdown. The Raiders with the early 7-0 lead in the game. That's how you do it. Now Tascosa with the ball. Quarterback Jacob Biggers pitches back to Tim Fields. Kate Donovan, though, comes around unblocked. Nice tackle. Yeah. All right, a couple of plays later, though, it's 3rd and long. And Tascosa doesn't throw it much, but Biggers hooks up with Blake Purdue. And this is a nice gain. He had to wait on it a little bit, but it's 1st and goal Rebels. It was a 3rd and goal play. Biggers now with the keeper. Tascosa's going to get on the board at 7-7. Now, Randall on the move when they get the ball back. And again, Taft is going to hand off to Garton. And when you got a running back like this with some great blocking and not such really good tackling, he gets into the end zone. It's 14-7 Randall. The ensuing kickoff. Omar Barakat runs it down to about the 19-yard line. Yeah, that's good. That always helps. Now on a second quarter, it's 4th and long. Biggers is going to chuck it up. It's picked off by the Raiders' Isaac Torres, but this is a good ball game. Let's go to the scoreboard. Tascosa has rallied to win this game, 42-35, so they stay unbeaten. Canyon and Lawton Eisenhower, Eagles made the long trip to Okie Land tonight, and they're losing right now in the fourth quarter. All right, there's some other scores. We thought we were going to have some highlights, but we don't. I don't have the scores in, but I can tell you that Paladura is beating Monterey 34-21 in the fourth. Cooper beating Caprock 39-15. One more page, no score, but I can tell you that Plainview is beating Hereford by the score 42-14. A little nuts around here tonight with all the stuff we're trying to get in from out of town. All right, that's 1 quarter down, 3 to play on this Friday night. Just a couple of games in the metro area where our cameras are on the road tonight. So coming up, we go north and east for football fun. Stay tuned. You're watching The Blitz.
Our goal is simple. Get you the best quality car insurance at the lowest price. Take the 10-minute challenge and save on your car insurance with Fred Loya Insurance.
Wiener Schnitzel's Cash It on a Corn Dog is back and bigger than ever. Every corn dog gives you a chance to win cash, prizes, and if you're lucky, $1 million. So read it, and you could win!
The whole idea about a Children's Advocacy Center is to have a comfortable place where children can come to be interviewed when they have been hurt or abused in some way or witnessed some type of crime. And that interview is recorded so that the child does not have to repeat that story over and over again.
I was really blessed with everyone that was on the multidisciplinary team that was up here on my case. Everybody was so nice and just completely believing me the entire time, and that wasn't something that I thought would happen.
Our goal is to get the truth. It's not to lead that child in one direction or another.
We're successful in finding the truth about 95% of the time.
And providing this safe place and an adult who will listen to them and just take that time to get to know them and to find out what has happened.
Get ready for a wild time, Amarillo. Join Mix 94.1 as we welcome America's most beloved zookeeper, Jack Hanna. He's bringing his incredible animals to the Amarillo Civic Center Auditorium on Sunday, October the 19th. Prepare to be wowed as Jungle Jack presents a spectacular array of animals and fascinating stories live. Don't miss Jack Hanna's Into the Wild Live. Tickets are on sale now at all Panhandle ticket outlets. For more information, visit mixamarillo.com.
Wiener Schnitzel's Cash It on a Corn Dog is back and bigger than ever. Every corn dog gives you a chance to win cash, prizes, and if you're lucky, $1 million. So eat it, read it, and you could win!
All right, welcome back. That's the second stanza of tonight's football and all of the Area 4A schools in action. Of course, this is the final week of non-district play, and if you remember the recent UIL realignment, all the schools will be making some serious road trips east and south, depending on when league play starts up next week. We're going to go north to start our fun, and that's going to be Lubbock High in the gold and black against the host Borger Bulldogs. Second play of the game, simple run, but not for a lineman Johnny Ambrose at Westerners. He gets rolled up on, and he has trouble even getting up off the turf. He finally would be helped off the field. Let's hope he's okay. After a Lubbock punt, Borger on the move, quarterback Bryce Davis to Zach Gwynn before it's over, all the way down to near the Lubbock High 35-yard line. The drive would stall a little bit, but then on a fourth down, the Bulldogs decide, what the heck, we're close, let's just go for it. So they chuck it into the end zone, but the pass will be incomplete. Ball over to the Westerners. However, on the LHS series, they will try to throw the ball over the middle. Not good for them, but good for Borger. It's picked off by Anthony Fernandez, so that's good field position for the host Dogs. That would lead to a short touchdown run coming up here, and Borger has a 7-0 lead. The next series for Lubbock, I don't understand this play. It's a fourth down from their own 35-yard line. They're still in the game. A bit of trickery. Are they going to punt? What are they going to do? Well, what they do doesn't work because they actually try to run the ball. Borger stops them. They would get the ball back, and they would actually kick a field goal. So let's go to the scoreboard and show you that right now, Lubbock High, I have this Lubbock High winning 23-16. I'm going to check that score. And I have Bushland beating Leveland in the fourth quarter. Now the short trip on 152, Borger and Pampa and Perryton tonight. Middle of the first quarter, Tyler Hooper with a pass over the middle to Jason Thompson. This is good for 36 yards. And as they like to say, they're knocking on the touchdown door. Hooper again will come up with the pass to Brendan Wolfley. This is a 6-yard score. And Pampa has a 7-0 lead. All right, Pampa got the ball back after a punt. Time running out. Colton Thompson with a one-handed grab and a great run. Watch this. Here he comes. Whoa, hurdles a guy. Jumps over a defender. That's worth another look. We used to say this was illegal. You couldn't do this in certain, in the pros and in some college ranks. But, you know, I bet he's a hurdler in the offseason in track and field. Pampa on the verge of scoring with this run. Catch by Bryce Parker, but they come up short on the next play. Let's go to the scoreboard. Right now, last time I saw, we had a score. It was tied 28-28. Dalhart tonight winning in Seminole. Lubbock Roosevelt beat Friona. Boys Ranch tonight wins at Plains. Panhandle loses in overtime to Quanah. Spring Lake Earth beating Claude. Bovina blanking Morton in the fourth quarter. Vega wins tonight. And San Jacinto has a chance to win their first game of the season. Last we heard, they were leading in the fourth quarter. All right, that's halfway through tonight's fun. That's all for the 11-man football for tonight, but a host of 6-man action on the schedule coming up. We'll visit a couple sites for that fun. As always, we're looking for scores. If you'd like to send us some, my phone just beeped. For your favorite team, let us know what the outcome was. Here's how to do that. You can go to Sports Guy, Sports Girl, The Blitz, Pro News 7's Facebook, or you can just email us at sbgtv.com. More football coming up. Stay tuned. You're watching The Blitz.
I'm going to the one-day sale.
At the Bells and Stage one-day sale, save 80% on Redline clearance final reductions and buy one get one free on shoes for the family. Plus, save even more with your coupon. Your one-day sale at Bells and Stage.
Making memories with friends and family out by a campfire or by a clear mountain lake at Sizemore's Traveland. Your journey's just begun.
Okay, sports fans, it's game time at the Built Ford Tough Sales event. Hey, this is when necessary toughness is the perfect play. And Ford F-150 with EcoBoost is a huge hit with power and efficiency. And keep an eye on the clock, pal, because fans snag one of these bad boys about every 42 seconds. Ford F-Series, #1, 37 years straight. That's called a dynasty, baby. Now, during the Built Ford Tough Sales event, score big savings on the hardest working lineup of trucks on the field.
Indulge your palate with the delectable delights of 15 area chefs and caterers, showcasing their culinary talents for your tasting pleasure at the March of Dimes Amarillo Signature Chefs Auction. This luscious event takes place on Saturday, October the 11th at 6:30 in the Heritage Ballroom of the Amarillo Civic Center. This is the only culinary event in Amarillo that saves babies, made possible by generous sponsors like the Brandy Lee Laird Scholarship Fund and Benny Keith. Call 553-2391 for ticket information.
At the Bells and Stage one-day sale, save 60% on activewear for her and Docker's luggage, and 70% on our entire stock of fine jewelry during our Night Owl and Early Bird specials. So get a move on. Your one-day sale at Bells and Stage.
It's the show that has everyone buzzing. Steve Harvey is daytime's real deal.
I love my job.
Weekdays at 3 on Pro News 7 ABC.
Welcome back, and thanks for watching tonight's Blitz. Due to the lack of 11-man games, we get a chance to visit the exciting world of 6-man football twice. First, east on I-40, where the Groom Tigers have steamrolled through 5 games, averaging 50 a game, giving up just 8. As we like to say around here, that's real good. Let's go to the highlights. LaFour's coming to Groom to take on the Tigers on the second play from scrimmage when we get to the action. Groom is going to make the big play, and of course it is that all-around guy, Trenton Fields, breaking tackles, making people miss. And, yeah, he made the entire team miss. And then somebody ran in front of our camera, and that's a touchdown. And LaFour is looking to answer back with here's a big pass play from Kindon Lott to Austin Tapp. As he catches it, the defender is looking back. That's a nice play right there. Hang on to the ball. He won't go down. He's still got it. That's good. LaFour, though, can't take advantage of the big play. They come up short here on the pass by Lott, so the Tigers get the ball back deep in their own territory. And then Carson Ritter will catch the LaFour's defender is frozen. Hayden Ritter, the pass. That's a touchdown. Let's go to the scoreboard. Groom wins tonight, 32-6, and Happy tonight stays unbeaten with a big win down at Motley County. All right, the short trip from Groom, we go to White Deer. It's hosting Follett, and it's homecoming. Hello, everyone. With minutes left in the second quarter, Follett already up 56-24. Bucks quarterback Taylor Patterson hands off to Andrew Bishop for a good gain, and the refs bring out the chains to check, but it will be just a few links short. White Deer will decide. If you're down that far, you might as well go for it. Patterson hands off to Robert Kilmako for the first down, and that will move those chains. The last play of the first half, White Deer tries to put some points on the board, but the run by Bishop will go nowhere. We go to the scoreboard, and it was Follett winning tonight over White Deer. McLean's beats Higgins. Let's go to some out-of-state numbers. Friendship beating Clovis. Portales over Powake. Clayton over Navajo Prep. Sanhone Grady won. And up in Oklahoma, Guyman loses to Carl Albert. Balco wins. Hooker beats Sayer. And Thomas a win over Texon. All right, that takes care of tonight's highlights and numbers. Don't forget, as the finals roll in, we'll put them on our website, connectamarillo.com. Click on the Blitz link. Also, once we're done, we'll post the show. You can take a look at all the highlights. Coming up, weekend football previews on the Blitz.
Hey, it's Charlie Weber from ABC's How to Get Away with Murder. Be sure to catch our new show, but first, Watch my friends at Pro News 7 at 5 and 6 for your local news.
You spend $50 a month on all kinds of stuff. For that same $50, you can choose from 50 stylish room groups for under $50 a month at Furniture Row. The 50 Under 50 event, now at Furniture Row.
This year, when you play Monopoly at McDonald's, you're playing for more than $1 million. You're playing for greatness. The game you love is back. Play Monopoly at McDonald's for your shot at millions of prizes, including a one-on-one experience with LeBron James, Patrick Kane, Jamie McMurray, or Alex Morgan. So, what are you waiting for?
Let's play this game.
When you're looking for the one store you can trust to have the exact battery you need right when you need it, whether it's for your car, riding mower, motorcycle, laptop, smartphone, watch, plus light bulbs for lamps, floodlights, can lights, appliances, all topped off by helpful experts, it's easy to see why nobody else stacks up to Batteries Plus Bulbs. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus Bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus Bulbs today.
What's an incredible night's sleep worth to you? Because right now at Denver Mattress, you can choose from 2 of our best mattresses for under $50 a month. Great sleep for a great price from Denver Mattress, your adjustable bed headquarters.
On Jimmy Kimmel Live, every show is history in the making.
All part of the job, man.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, 11:35, 10:35 Central, late nights on ABC.
Only on 7 ABC.
Weather around here can change at a moment's notice. That's why Pro News 7 has the most accurate local weather data now for your mobile device. With over 170 SchoolNet sites to connect to, you can get current weather conditions right in your backyard. Download today.
Exclusively from Pro News 7.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter. We're running out of time, so tomorrow's homecoming at WT. McMurray, the opponent. The Warhawks joined the LSC. Now they're getting out of the LSC. This could be the final game between the two schools. Last year, WT hung 90 on them in Abilene. Word from McMurray earlier this week, players want another shot at the Buffaloes.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, you look at those guys, and I said that Sunday night to the team, you can't look past them. You know, don't worry about what their status is. Are they Division II or are they Division III? They went and played an FCS school on the road and beat those guys, and they have, 64 Division I scholarship players. So, and then they turn around and beat a Kingsville team, which we all know how tough it is to play a good team from Kingsville. And so if we sleep on these guys at all, we'll be embarrassing ourselves because there's no reason why we should. They've put up good numbers. They've played some good competition.
3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow at Buff Bowl. Also tomorrow, Eastern New Mexico is at Kingsville. OPSU hosts Sul Ross, and Texas Tech travels to K-State. Football Eyes and Text will be on AT&T Stadium Sunday. Dallas hosts Houston. Both teams 3-1 all week long. The Cowboys have talked about dealing with the Texans' defense.
Yeah, they're fast. They're athletic. They're athletic in their front. A lot of different guys rushing, a lot of different ways. The linebackers are active, east-west guys, always around the ball, and the secondary has done a really nice job making plays on the ball. So, really from top to bottom throughout that defense, they got a lot of really good players, and they're playing very well right now.
Get to church early on Sunday, then get home because kickoff is at noon. All right, how about some baseball? Let's go to Game 2 of the ALDS Tigers and the Baltimore Orioles. And Nick Markakis with the high, hard, handsome history. 2-run homer to right field, O's off and running. But the Tigers answer back in the fourth. J.D. Martinez, this guy was waived by the Houston Astros, but he hits a home run, and the Tigers have a 4-2 lead, but they would go on to blow it. Let's go to the scoreboard. Baltimore takes a 2-0 lead in the series. Kansas City beating the Angels tonight. San Francisco beat Washington today, or beating Washington. They did beat Washington, and tonight St. Louis has just beaten the Dodgers in a crazy game, 10-9. All right, I'm about out of time, but I got to get through all of this. Some final items. WT Volleyball swept Commerce to stay unbeaten in LSC play. The Lady Boot and Buff soccer team lost 1-0 at home to rival Eastern New Mexico. The Zias are coached, of course, by former WT player and assistant Omar Morales. Tonight's Emerald Bulls game was canceled in Topeka thanks to broken Zamboni. Ice was ruined. They'll play tomorrow night and then Sunday at 2 o'clock. And finally, I want to tell you that Ryan Palmer's excellent play for this season continues, even with some time off after the FedEx Cup chase. He's in Scotland playing in the Dunhill Links, 700 par for 2 rounds, tied 6, just 2 shots off of the lead. Tomorrow he gets to play the old course at St. Andrews. That's going to do it for me for tonight. Watch Crystal Vasquez this weekend for all your sports highlights. Until then, have a great sports weekend.